And the word ecosystem kind of came up at that point. And I realized that it wasn't just about Taobao in China in 2003, but, you know, lots of, I would say, some of the most inspiring, transformative business and socioeconomic initiatives of the last 100 years share those kinds of characteristics. They're not just about entrepreneurship, they're not just about business, but they're about building a whole new system. And that requires a different kind of logic. And here's the logic. If you are one of these players, you're Jack Ma, you're one of these people or groups of people at the origin of such an initiative, and you go to a typical business school exam, you know, these are the kind of questions that you are asked, right? So you come in with your idea and you ask, you know, is there a market? Is the infrastructure available? Do people want it, etc.? And these guys would basically have to say no to every one of these questions. There's no market, technology is not there. We'll have to build the infrastructure. We'll have to inspire people to want what they don't know they want. Maybe they can't pay for it, so we'll help them pay for it. We'll create our own momentum, right? So it's a completely different logic. In other words, they would fail the business school 101 exam because they're playing a different kind of game. They're playing a game at a different level altogether. And here's the metaphor that I find resonates with me. You know, if a CEO looks after their own house, then an ecosystem leader has to think a bit more like a mayor and take care basically of the whole village. So yes, they can take care of their own house as well, right? Their own organization, but the job description of a mayor is to also build schools, build roads, sewage plants, harmony in the village, and so on and so forth. Otherwise, the thing doesn't work. It's a different logic. And so if I go back to the kind of modeling language that is part of the business model generation strategizer language, you know, we say that we understand now that value creation is not just about throwing a feature here and there, right? There is, first of all, a thing that we can call a value proposition around a product or a service, which is a collection of features wrapped together into a story of value creation. And we understand that that's more powerful than just a feature. And in the last 10, 15 years, I would say we then all of a sudden realize, well, maybe that's not enough. Value propositions, products, services, we have to embed them in business models. Business models bring other elements together into a yet more superior formula of value creation. Right. So, and now I think a lot of people know that in organizations. And what I'm suggesting is that now there's the emergence, and for some organizations, it's been there for a long time, but a lot more people are starting to become aware of this idea that even their own business model is embedded in a more complex terrain, a terrain that you can influence, and out of which a more sophisticated yet story of value creation can be created. A story of value creation that's not just for the organization itself, but that delivers the goods at the level at which we're playing, at the level of the ecosystem, which means it's a purpose that's beyond the organization. It's a collective purpose, it's a societal purpose.